Alright, what's up everybody? So here I have the LA610 MK2 and I have the 7176 channel strip in the house. I'm planning on getting rid of this guy and upgrading to the 6176. So before I did, I just wanted to take it apart and see what the innards look like, because apparently they're really similar, but they're also not at the same time. So the 610 has a T4 optical compressor in it. It has the 610 preamp though. This one also has the 610 preamp, but it has the 1176 compressor. First of all, I wanted to take a look at the innards of the 610. Something interesting that I noticed is that it has 5 preamp tubes in here, ECC 83 and ECC 81S. This one also has only 2 preamp tubes though, one of each. So one is ECC 83S and the other one is ECC 81, something like that. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Also, the note of transformers, there's one Cinemag transformer right there, versus this guy. Well, I guess there's also a power transformer right in there. You can kind of see in the back. This black box is not a transformer. There were 4 screws on it, and then I got curious, so I'd take it off. So I unscrewed it, and then I got this interesting little PCB there. I looked up all the numbers on it and I couldn't find what the heck anything meant. I don't know what it is. I took it off because it looks like you can remove it, and I flipped it around. It looks to be a couple capacitors. Yeah, that's what the board looks like on the other side. It looks to be a couple capacitors. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, it's the other side of it. There we go. And then you can kind of see, it kind of has those lips that capacitors normally would have on that side. So I'll put it back and show you guys the rest. But yeah, that's where that goes. So yeah, only a few transformers that I've noticed out of this LA610. And in the 6176, there are there's a lot more going on. It's so funny how this is it's one main PCB, and this guy has like 60 going on. So I guess transformers, the ones that I noticed was this one over here in the corner. So that one's just mounted. It's kind of glued onto the chassis actually. You can kind of see those screws. I looked on the other side and there's no screw holes on the other side, so it's been glued. But it seems to be secure. I moved around a little bit. It's pretty secure. There's another one over there. That one's the main power transformer. And then we have a second one over here, or I guess third one. Right, 1, 2, 3. Third transformer. Yeah, that one didn't say UA on it, but this one does here, UA. None of them are Cinemag, so I guess they're all just UA transformers. But yeah, fun stuff. Only 2 tubes, but only 2 tubes in this guy, and then a bunch of transformers and a million capacitors. Bunch of resistors and stuff too. Versus this guy over here, which has 5 tubes and like 2 transformers. Interesting. So I was looking around, poking around this guy and trying to make sense of it all. Looks to be that the side on the left here, that side's like the preamp stage, and then the center section is the power supply stage, and then we have on the right side the 1176 compressor. That's another thing that I noticed about this thing is the lids. The lid on the 610 is really heavy. I don't know why. It's about the same thickness as the other one here for the 6176, but this one's way lighter. Yeah, it's so much lighter, which is interesting. But I assume that's because this guy has a lot more guts in it, so they decided to lighten it up with the top lid. And then this one has way less guts in it, so they decided to make it heavier, with the top chassis lid being really heavy, so they could fit the or I guess so it feels more premium, more weighty, because this thing is really light already. When I first got it, I was pretty stunned. I'm used to like having Avalons and Millennias that are like 40 pounds, 30 pounds. Super heavy, beefy guys. These guys are only 12. So it's not too bad. But yeah, overall units, I really like the sound of the 610. I've owned a bunch of channel strips before, and I never really liked the sound of them, mainly because they were supposed to be transparent. This one's really warm, and has an awesome compressor section there. So later today I'm going to be tracking with it. I'm going to be using this guy to record some backing vocals. So I'm going to use this and see how I like it compared to the younger brother, the 610. Because this already was a fantastic deal. I think that you get some really good value with this one. So I can only imagine what having these extra little knobs and an actual 1176 will sound like. But yeah, fun stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And yeah, see you in the next one.